Hi guys, it's Adria, and for today's video, I'm doing another Storytime video, and today's Storytime is about my encounters with fire. I've had some unlucky experiences with fire. Luckily, my house has never burned down, but there's been some fire, alright? So the first one, this is kind of brief, but basically when I was a kid, the house across the street from me was on fire, like burning. I remember just standing and looking out the window at the front of my house and just being like what the fuck? And I remember my aunt coming and like pounding on our door. She was like freaking out because she was like, I thought your guys' house was on fire. But you know what, like that's whatever. That was a brief encounter. I was so little, like barely remember it, but I just remember my aunt freaking out. She was like, I was at the grocery store and I saw the smoke. I thought your guys' house was on fire. And we're like, we're fine, like let's just watch. Okay, so another thing is I have this little pineapple candle holder, right? And I put like one of those little tea lights in it, and I don't know, I found like the pineapple at the thrift store and I was just like, oh, a pineapple, I love it. So one day I had the candle burning and was just going about my business. I think I had like a few candles burning, you know, like you do. And all of a sudden, there was like weird lighting coming from the other side of the room, and Brandon was like, do you smell smoke? And we look over, there's a flame this big, like just shooting up from that pineapple. We were like, what the heck even is happening? I didn't know what to do. I honestly, like I did not know what to do. I was like trying to blow it out, but that made it bigger, and we threw it in the sink. I was like, I am never lighting that pineapple candle again. No! Look at this thing. You can even see where it's burned from. Like, I hate you. I honestly hate you. So I think it just like ignited because of, I don't know how close the candle is to this wood, so it's just like, ooh, I can burn this pineapple, but honestly, I see why it was at Goodwill, because nobody wants that in their life. That just broke. Also, Brandon and I almost burned down the apartment. We were making turkey burgers. I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever made turkey burgers indoors, they smoke like nothing else you cook. I don't know what it is, but they smoke. We took out our smoke alarm thing because it was buzzing. I know, fire hazard, you don't have to tell me, I know. This apartment filled up with smoke and I thought we were gonna die, and we were like coughing, and then that night when I brushed my teeth, like the toothpaste burned my nose, and I'm pretty sure like it was from inhaling all that smoke. Like we probably should have gone to the hospital, to be honest, because like the apartment was filled with smoke, okay? If you've ever seen E.T., it looked a lot like the inside of Elliot's house. I don't know why his house always looks so smoggy, but it did. I didn't say anything about the toothpaste burning my nose because I didn't want Brandon to think I was being a crybaby or something. I was like, whatever, you know? And then Brandon's brushing his teeth. He's like, oh, my nose is burning. I was like, are we all right? Like, we probably inhaled too much smoke. And last but not least, the big fire thing that you probably clicked on this video to hear. The story about how the movie theater caught on fire when I was at the movies. You know how like at the beginning of a movie, they're always like, locate your nearest exit in case of an emergency. I don't know why, but I never paid attention to that until that day. That day, I looked for the exits. Like, you know, normally as a kid, you're just like, whatever. I was a teenager, I think, at the time, but for whatever reason, I decided that day was the day I would look for the exits. And I'm glad I did, honey. So we were seeing the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, because back in the day, Narnia was everything, and wanted to see Prince Caspian. Prince Caspian was hot, so hot he set the theater on fire! So I was there with my mom, I think my brother, and my sisters. We're watching the movie, it's all fine, then all of a sudden, like, worst nightmare ever, okay? And to this day, movie theaters still freak me out to a degree because of this happening. The entire screen went red, and it was like totally Coke sponsor. It was weird, like it was like a Coke ad, but it was like exit, like get out, like go. And I'm like, what the heck? Like it took me a minute, and it was in the middle of like a super action-filled scene. Stuff was going down, it was about to get real. I honestly don't remember the plot of the movie all that well at all, to be honest. But then all of a sudden this red screen pops up, and in little white font it's like, please go to your nearest exit. There's been an emergency. We're just like, what the heck? Oddly, at first I thought it was part of the movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like it took a minute for me to like be like, what the heck? Everybody was just sitting there, you know? We're just like, and then everybody gets up. We're all getting out, and as we're leaving the theater, I start to smell the smoke, and I was like, oh my gosh, there is actually a fire. Because y'all in school, they'd always do like fire drills, and like nothing is actually happening, but there was actually something happening. So everyone in the theater is now in front of the building out in the parking lot. We're all just kind of standing there like, what the heck is happening? And you know, we were waiting to hear what happened, if we would go get to finish our movies, whatever. You couldn't see any fire or anything. It wasn't like a blaze, like, you know, like something you would see in a movie. But then here's another fun thing. Your friend Adria here almost got hit by a fire truck, okay? So we were all standing around in the parking lot because they didn't tell us to go anywhere. There was a swarm of people in the parking lot. This fire engine pulls in. My back is turned to it and I'm just like facing my family. This fire truck comes pulling through. My mom like pulls me. She's like, move! And that thing just goes zooming past us. I'm like, what? All of this was happening so fast. I was like, what is even happening? I just wanted to see Prince Caspian do whatever the heck Prince Caspian did, because honest to God, I don't know what he was trying to do. I do not remember the movie. So as you can tell, never got to finish it. Long story short, yeah, never saw the ending of Prince Caspian. I don't even know if I would want to be honest, because it's like, it's a bad memory. Let's not go back. So everyone was just kind of waiting around, waiting to hear what happened and everything. Like we saw like the firemen going in and we were like, oh, like something legit happened. So once they got the fire out, I think it was an employee of the theater that came out and told everybody what happened. I honestly don't remember who it was, but they said that the popcorn machine caught on fire. The popcorn was lit. It was too lit. It caught on fire. I was like, girl, how in the hell do you catch a popcorn machine on fire? Like, you know, like I know I can't cook or anything. I wouldn't know how to work a popcorn machine, but like how in the literal hell? So then they apologized for the inconvenience and everything, and they gave us all tickets to come back and see our movie again for free. They were like, you know, you can see it all over again for free. It's fine. So I thought that was pretty cool that they did that. I thought that that was nice. But I don't think that we ever used them. Like, why? Or you know what? I think we used them to see a different movie. I think you could use them to see a different one. We were just like whatever, Prince Caspian, you know, like, do your thing, we don't really care. Because I can't imagine not using free movie passes. Who wouldn't do that? It was bizarre. Like, nothing like that has ever happened to me. So next time you go to the movies, when they say locate your nearest exit, do it. Honestly, I do it every time now. I am so like, okay, there's the exit, there's an exit, that, because I'm like, I learned. Because as a kid, I was just like who really cares? But, and I don't know why, but I have this fear when I'm in the movie theater, not of a fire happening, but I'm literally terrified somebody's gonna stab me in the back of the head. I have no idea why. Even if I am literally in the back row with nobody behind me, I still feel like somebody's just gonna stab me in the back of the head. I don't know why. I think it's just being in the dark with a bunch of strangers. I don't know what it is. Literal horror movie vibes. I don't know. Then it was in the newspaper, like everything. It was nuts. And I know it doesn't sound like crazy, like it was just the popcorn machine on fire, and you're like, calm down, the movie theater didn't burn down. But that brings me to this. Something actually did burn down. Okay, so my childhood was this bowling alley near my house. It was 5 minutes away from my house, okay? So my family and I, we went to this bowling alley all the time, loved it. You know, it was like the spot. And anybody from my town, my hometown, you know, you may know what I'm talking about. One day, it was on live television. It burned down. And do you want to know how it burned down? From a cigarette. The whole entire bowling alley burned down. Why? I'm watching this on TV. I think I was like in 5th grade at the time. I was younger. I'm just watching it like, what? Like what? My childhood bowling alley, like no! The entire thing burned to smithereens from one small cigarette, okay? That is why to this day, when I see people smoking outside of establishments, I'm just like y'all better put that out. Like seriously, like honest to God, I will come for you, because burn down my bowling alley. It was so devastating. Like it was in the newspaper, it was all over the news, everybody was talking about it, everybody at school was talking about it, and to this day, they haven't done anything with it. It's been over 10 years, I think. Yeah, it's been like 10 years. They haven't done anything with the lot. Nothing. It's just a pile of rubble. How? One little cigarette burned down my entire childhood memory. I'm not okay with that. Oh, and recently my old high school, the high school that I graduated from, caught on fire. A bad one, where they had to evacuate all 3,000 students. So that's fun. Glad I wasn't there for that. Honestly, like my hometown needs to like get your shit together. I'm pretty sure that's all of my experiences with fire, at least that I can remember. I did get electrocuted really bad on my birthday, but electric. I am so freaking dumb. Like, okay, it was literally my birthday, and I had this little tap lamp, my favorite lamp in the entire world. Okay, it didn't have a light switch. It just, you tapped the metal part and it would turn on. So the tapping thing started to not work, and I was just like, what the heck even? So I unscrewed the light bulb, and I was like looking in the little, you know, the thing the light bulb goes in. I was just like, what the heck is wrong with it? What did I do? I stuck my finger in the socket. I was just on my birthday, okay? And I fell backwards onto my bed, and my sister was just like, are you alright? I'm like, yeah. I know it's not really fire, electrocution, but still. I don't know, I feel like I just have such terrible luck that if I were to just like play with matches, you know, I was never that person to play with matches. Like, I didn't know how to light a match until I was like 16, honestly. I would have been that kid to just like, ooh, I'm playing with matches, and burn the entire neighborhood down, you know what I mean? Like, that just would have been me. So Adria tries to stay away from fire because, I don't know, fire gives me bad vibes. So I hope you guys enjoyed these crazy fire related stories. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below if anything like this has ever happened to you. Has there ever been an emergency at the movie theater where you had to evacuate? Have you ever done anything crazy with fire? Have you ever like burned your nose from inhaling smoke because of fire? Let me know. I would love to know, because I would love to know that I'm not the only one. And if you're not subscribed already, be sure to do so down below, because I put out videos 3 times a week, and I have a bunch more crazy stories to share with you guys in the future. Crazier than this. I know this wasn't that crazy, but it was still riveting and exciting. So I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye! Like, why? Why does my hair look so good before I film, and then I film, and then it's like, oh, I'm your hair, and I'm actually shit. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning.